Chapter 3, the strategy that doesn't break. Once you've learned how to build action systems that work without relying on motivation, the next logical step is this. Develop a strategy that doesn't break. Because here's the truth. Most people don't have a strategy. They have a wish list. They want success, wealth, fulfillment. But when crisis strikes, uncertainty rises or stress kicks in, everything collapses. Why? Because it was never a real strategy. It was an illusion. In this chapter, I'll show you how those who thrive in storms think. Millionaires who didn't just earn money, they built systems that work in any market, mood, or era. What is an unbreakable strategy? It's not a yearly plan. It's not a to-do list. An unbreakable strategy is a decision-making system that works in uncertainty, holds your focus when everything around you is falling apart, protects you from emotional decisions, and moves you forward even when you start doubting yourself. It's the skeleton of your movement. No matter the storm, it keeps your structure intact. But 1. The foundation, if-then thinking. One of the most powerful principles I ever installed into my Success OS was this: algorithmic if-then logic. If the market crashes, then I execute this. If I wake up exhausted, then I shift into this mode. If someone criticizes my project, then I respond like this. It's not about being rigid. It's about pre-made decisions. So when you're emotionally weak, the system makes the call for you. Millionaires don't improvise every day. They make strategic decisions once and then follow their internal code. 2. Built-in flexibility. Don't break. Adapt. I've seen businesses, ideas, and people collapse simply because their strategy was too rigid. It couldn't handle change. A new trend shows up. A new challenge arises. A market shifts, and they try to hold on to the old blueprint. They snap. A real strategy isn't concrete. It's a flexible steel frame. Always leave space for adaptation. Every system you build should have this checkpoint. What will I do if everything changes radically? I have a plan A, plan B, even a plan Z, and always room for the unknown. Because that's where growth lives. But 3. Fixed goal plus flexible path. An unbreakable strategy means the goal is concrete. The path is not. Just like GPS, if the road is blocked, it recalculates, but the destination stays the same. People without a strategy change the goal when it gets tough. People with a strategy change the route, but keep moving. You don't need to know every step. You just need to know you won't quit, even if you have to crawl barefoot. 4. The minimum progress rule. Another principle that made my strategy unbreakable is this: 1 centimeter a day. I stopped waiting for big breakthroughs. Instead, I built a habit. Every day, move forward, even if it's just 1 step. That means no matter the state I'm in, tired, confused, discouraged, I do one small thing. This creates an effect of irreversible progress. And the best part? I never feel like I failed, because I never broke. I just kept going. Conclusion: your strategy is your anti-fragile thinking. Anything without a strategy will eventually break. But a strategy that anticipates uncertainty, uses if-then logic, allows flexible routes, and relies on daily micro-movement won't just survive pressure. It will get stronger because of it. That's the essence of anti-fragility, the ability to become more powerful every time life tests you. The 3R model: resources, routines, results. Once you've mastered the art of building unbreakable strategies, it's time to move on to the next level, programming your daily effectiveness. Because strategy is your compass. But a compass without steps is just a pointer. It won't move you forward. This is where the 3R model comes into play, a system I discovered after dozens of failures, mindset shifts, and studying people who don't just dream, but actually create. This model became my daily navigation system. And now, I want to pass it on to you. What is the 3R model? Resources, routines, results. These are the 3 links that shape your reality. And if you want to change your results, you must begin by changing the start of that chain. Most people obsess over the end result. I want to make more money. I want to lose weight. I want to be more productive. But results are just the output. To change the output, you have to change the input and the process. The input is your resources. The process equals your routines. 1. Resources. What you feed your system determines what it produces. Every single day, you're uploading certain inputs into your internal operating system: time, energy, information, people, environment, sleep, mental context. And here's what I realized. If I upload chaos, my system produces chaos. But when I feed myself energy, knowledge, quiet, and structure, results show up fast. The most successful people don't have more hours in a day, they just allocate their resources differently. I started removing background programs, morning phone scrolling, toxic news, mindless social media loops. That freed up my internal RAM for the resources that actually mattered. Ask yourself right now, what resources am I consistently uploading into my mind, body, and schedule? Routines. What you do without thinking, routine isn't boring. It's your automated action code, the behavior that runs without resistance. Here's the truth. First, we shape our routines. Then our routines shape us. Everything changed for me when I moved from vague habits to clear protocols. I stopped relying on motivation. Instead, my system ran on routine. I didn't wake up early because I wanted to. I did it because that's how my system was programmed. The same way you brush your teeth without thinking, I automated my learning, projects, workouts, and reflection. Your goal isn't to become a robot. It's to free your brain from constant decision-making. What's automated protects your willpower for what truly matters. Number 3. Results. What you repeat multiplies. Your results are simply the mirror of your resources plus routines. When I focused only on changing the results, nothing worked. But when I shifted my resources and routines, the results followed automatically. If your day starts in chaos with interruptions and mental noise, don't be surprised if, by Friday, you feel drained and disappointed. I realized you don't need to fight for results. You need to build the system that produces them. When your 3R model is aligned, success stops being a goal. It becomes a byproduct. How to install the 3R model in your life? Audit your resources. What are you loading into your system daily? What drains you? What energizes you? 2. Digitize your routines. Define your morning, evening, and work protocols. Not kinda, but precisely. 3. Track your results. Don't just do. Measure how changes in your resources and routines are affecting your outcomes. 4. Repeat and refine. The model only works when it's consistently updated. You're evolving, so your system should evolve too. Conclusion. Your new formula for effectiveness. You now have something most people don't. A simple but powerful system that transforms chaos into order, energy into motion, and motion into measurable results. A true millionaire doesn't just hit goals. They build a system that generates success every day, regardless of weather, mood, or circumstances. Life strategy checklist. Build it before you need it. In the previous section, I shared the 3R model, a powerful framework that helps synchronize your resources, daily actions, and long-term results. But now it's time to level up, because what is strategy, really? It's not just a list of dreams. It's the architectural blueprint of your life. Something that keeps working even when everything inside or outside you is in chaos. I don't know what your life has looked like up to this point, but I do know this. If you want different results, you need a strategy written by you, not for you. Today, I'll give you the exact checklist I use during strategic sessions, both personal and with high achievers who've engineered their breakthroughs. This isn't just a list, it's your compass. Why do you need a checklist? Because smart people forget. Systematic people write it down. And in moments when everything falls apart, this list keeps your direction clear. It's your internal GPS, the kind that doesn't glitch when life goes dark. Life Strategy Checklist 1. I know what I want. Clarity equals power. Vague goals create scattered actions. Clearly define what success means to you. List your 3 core goals for the next 3 to 5 years. Ask yourself, are these truly your dreams or someone else's? 2. I know why it matters. When your why is deep enough, the how always reveals itself. What do I feel when I visualize this goal? What inner reasons push me forward? What will change in my life and the lives of those I care about when I achieve it? 3. I know where I am right now. Your starting point matters more than your final destination because a GPS recalculates from now, not someday. Honestly assess your resources: time, money, knowledge, network, health. Identify your current weaknesses, not for self-criticism, but for intentional growth. 4. I have a concrete strategy. A strategy is the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. What are the 5 key actions I must take this month? What's my personal success formula? A combo of habits, environment, and mindset. What resources do I need to gather to make this strategy work? 5. I have a measurement system. What isn't measured? Can't be managed. How do I track my progress? What's my main metric for growth, income, learning, results, well-being? When do I review and adjust my strategy? Monthly, quarterly? 6. I have a backup plan. Your strategy doesn't have to be perfect, but your adaptability does. What do I do when everything falls apart? What's my minimum survival mode that keeps me from dropping below baseline? Who supports me when I'm in crisis? 7. I've built-in rewards. We perform better when we see results and feel joy. How do I celebrate wins? What small pleasures recharge my energy? How do I thank myself for showing up and staying consistent? 8. I've chosen a lifestyle, not a temporary sprint. Life strategy isn't a marathon or a sprint. It's a rhythm you can sustain for the long run. Is my strategy integrated into my lifestyle, or is it just a temporary push for a few weeks? What needs to change so this becomes a way of being, not a short-term hack? Conclusion: strategy is not a document. It's a way of life. I can give you frameworks, formulas, and models, but the most important thing is this: you must write your own strategy. This checklist is like scaffolding, meant to be removed once your foundation is built. True strategy doesn't live in your head, it lives in your actions. And if today you implement just one point from this list into your lane, you've already started living like a strategist, not just a passerby in your own story.